PvP Legacy is an incredible Minecraft PvP server, and many people think it's just that. And not only will this video explain the absolute hard evidence that PvP Legacy has lore, but we're also going to dive into the story behind it. Let's start with the structures. Clearly these structures were built by someone. I mean, they don't just come out of the ground, but these are obviously permanent. So whoever built these intended to stay here, and by the looks of some of the other structures, they did. Something else you should know is that there are two lobbies, the main versus lobbies and the OP Kit PvP lobby. This appears to be where some of the lower level structures are built, as well as where a few ruins stand today. These people were obviously also prepared for defense, considering all the weapons. So let's talk about how I discovered it all. When I first started searching, I decided to check the boat highway. I ran along the boat highway to find a pressure plate. I stepped on the pressure plate and it killed me, so I decided to cut some corners and enter the track through the UHC lobby. Now after reaching the end, I decided not to step on the pressure plate due to past experiences, and I began looking around. That's when I found this button on the lower floor. I dropped down and pressed the button. There was an eerie noise and I got taken to a room. To make sure that it wasn't changing the blocks around me and it was actually teleporting me, I decided to look underground a bit, and I found the parallel to the room I was in. I tried looking around to see if I could find anything of importance in that room, but my efforts were in vain. The next place I wanted to explore is this tree near spawn. There's a hidden button on it, and when you press it, it opens a secret door. There were also animals in it, which could lead you to believe the first theory. The first theory is that PvP Legacy was a society started by animals, but soon overrun by humans. Personally, I don't think this is what happened, because one of the animals that spawn is a snow golem by the name of Reginald. There aren't any endermen on PvP Legacy, and snow golems don't just spawn wherever they want, so I don't think it was an animal society, although that would be incredibly cute. Speaking of animal society, the next thing I found was this large castle. I snooped around a bit and I found a door that was open. Now this isn't always the case, as the door is most of the time closed. You see, in that door, there was a piece of paper. It kept running through this library, and I located some pressure plates. I jumped on, and I was teleported to a beautiful land. This, I think, is what PvP Legacy used to look like before all the war. And I didn't mention it, but one of the books mentions a proto-portal. This right here could be the proto-portal. So I decided that I would jump in. Alright, that was a little anticlimactic, but here's what I learned. 1. PvP Legacy is still unfinished and could change at any time, so I'll be checking back on these secrets all the time. 2. I think the animal theory is true now. 3. This is the story of PvP Legacy. Now, the reason I think that it was animals is 1, if an animal could figure out how to build one thing, just one thing, then over time they could have built all this. And that would explain the animals around spawn today. And my second reason is this piece of paper, 8 stones, 8 spirits, is obviously a reference to this place. There are 8 stones, and all but 2 are from animals. This is from piglins, this is from guardians, this is from wardens or some kind of mob dying, this is from frogs, and this is from bees. But anyway, obviously this prosperity wasn't to last, because as an advanced society, they had technology, armor, enchantments, explosives, literally a way to cheat death. And the humans got tired of it, so they overtook the society, and that is where we step in. We are the ancestors of those players, who obviously aren't as jealous. We battle each other for fun using the technology that the animals left behind, and we welcome the occasional animal at spawn. Now obviously there are much finer details I could go into, like who are these stones for? There's 8 stones and 8 spirits. We found the stones. What about the other half? But that's a topic for another video, my friends. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye. Oh, nope, hello.